Hi, welcome Gemini. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. This reading is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. It is a personal growth reading, so we'll take a look at your blocks, fears, obstacles, strengths, what you don't see, what to look for, advice, and where does it all go? Or lead. We're using Runik Tarot today. I do personal readings. My link to my website's below. And what do our Geminis need to know, please? Okay, 2 cards, please. 4 blocks. 8 of Cups, 9 of Swords. Those are big blocks. Fears, obstacles, please. The Moon. Hangman, strengths, 2 of Cups, Knight of Wands, what you don't see, the World, what to look for, King of Pentacles, where does this lead? Okay, advice please, 2 cards. Okay, so we have Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So, I feel like this does have to do with I feel like this may be work related, to be honest with you, or something that has to do with your stability, your home, your work, your finances, something of that nature. But there is something that you need to walk away from. It's no longer serving you. You need to get away from it, and it's stressing you out. Like your anxiety is up here. So there's something that's really stressing you out. And I think it's the idea that you need to do something, but it's scary, and so you're kind of blocked from it. And that's the block, is I know I need to do this, but I'm stressing the hell out about it because I'm not sure how it's going to work out when I walk away from this situation. So whatever it is, this is kind of a big deal. Your obstacles and your fears are the Moon and the Hangman. So, this is just something to look at and work through. Is the obstacle, the problem is that because the 9 of Swords, okay? So the Moon tells us that things aren't always as they seem, and that's exactly the problem. Because when we can't pinpoint something and we don't know the answer, we can get anxious about it, and therein lies the Moon. Things can go whatever which way they go because the Moon casts those shadows, and so you're not clear. And that's hard. That's an obstacle. I'm not clear. And the other problem is the Hangman is you're just not doing anything. You're overthinking. You're trying so hard to figure the answer out within your head, and sometimes we just can't. The future's what the future is. If we make a decision, we're trying to figure it out, but that's the problem here. Is you're stuck. You're really stuck, and you're stuck in your head, and that's 9 of Swords, Hangman, 8 of Cups. I got to do this, but I'm not sure how it's going to come out, so I'm going to overthink it, and I'm going to keep thinking about it. Feels like a lot of signs are having an overthinking issue right now, so it must be something in the air. So your strengths are 2 of Cups and Knight of Wands, and I feel like that is a reminder that there is something really good. So your strength is a partner of some sort, whether it be a friend or there's someone else that's important to you. Could be a friend, could be a lover, could be someone at work, it could be something like that, but this somebody totally has your back. The other thing is the passion that you have about this new thing. There's some real huge passion here, and you have some really good motivation about it, but you're scared because it affects your home or your money or stability in general. So makes sense. But there is something that you're very passionate about here. So this will go a long way in making a decision or doing what you need to do moving forward. this other person has your back, so to speak. You know, you have someone to talk to about it. You have someone that cares about you, and cares about how things turn out. And I do have a feeling it's probably something related to work. It definitely could be a relationship too, but there's definitely someone that has your back here. And I do like the Knight of Wands in the fact that you have the passion and the motivation to move forward with whatever it is you want to move forward with. And that's cool. What you don't see is the world. And I think that's just a reminder that all good things do come to an end. So if you're planning on walking away, it might be a good time. And that's something to look at, and also understand your successes that you've done. You know, take a look back at how you've been successful, and sometimes we need to be reminded that we can get through hard times and look back at another situation and say, oh, see, I did it. I did it. And why am I afraid now? So, you know, remember that as you're walking through, you know, dealing with this issue, is that maybe you can do better than you thought. Maybe you did good before, and you need to look at that situation and go, you know what? I did do well. I did this. And, you know, and be proud of that. And then look at that. And that's something to look for. Also, I get kind of a feeling that if you don't walk away, it's going to come to an end anyway, and that's just a feeling, so it's not going to resonate with everybody. And remember, everybody has free will. Don't do anything. You know, you have to make your own decisions here. What to look for is the King of Pentacles. So I feel like this is, look for stability. You know, look for that. Like, look. Yeah, I know that you have stability. This affects your stability, but you need to look for it. You need to look for that. And it could be too, look for a leader that can guide you and give you really good direction. You know, if this is work, then if you don't walk away, do you have that leadership that can help you? And if you do walk away, is this new job something that will give you that? Is there a leader there that you like really appreciate? I have a feeling too it has something to do with that Two of Cups energy, and maybe not, but it's something to really look for. Look for someone that has your back, so to speak. So where does this all go? You're going to get frustrated, but you're frustrating yourself here. If you don't do something about this, you're going to just get angry because you're stuck. So if you don't get out of this hangman mode, this is where you're going to end up. You're going to end up frustrated, and you're going to end up stuck, and you're going to end up mad. But you're going to end up doing that, and you're going to end up blaming it on someone else, because that's what she does here. She's mad because someone tied her up. So really look at this situation and say, okay, do I want to be stuck here? Then I asked, well, what comes after that? And I got the High Priestess, which means not going to say. So in other words, when I get the High Priestess in an outcome position, I always say, look, you're supposed to figure this out, because if I give you the answer, then that's the way you're going to go, and it won't work out the way it's supposed to work out. Because sometimes when we get an answer in a reading or something, we tend to let something else go. So Spirit's saying, now this has to be done by the person. They have to go through this motion, because everything you're going through and everything you're looking at and everything you're doing here is part of the whole process. And looking for this, by getting this advice and looking for this King of Pentacles, and see, even in your advice, you've got Knight of Pentacles and Six of Swords. So your advice says, you know, plant the seeds carefully, take your time. You know, the Knight of Pentacles is all about that. He takes his time, and as he's moving forward, he's planting those seeds, and he's making sure that they're correct. He doesn't just whoosh, move through it. He's doing it methodically. So be methodical, but be methodical, but you're planting roots, right, in your growth, and be patient. And then the Six of Swords is head to what makes you feel good. Like, he's headed for that sunrise, and he's looking for the sunrise. So it's, you know, keep a focus and keep moving forward. The problem is your biggest obstacle is that hangman more than anything, because you're overthinking it and you're staying in that. The more you stay in that hangman mode, the more you're going to overthink, and the more anxiety and stress you're going to be putting yourself through. So this advice is, keep moving forward. Regardless of what decision you make, keep moving forward. Get out of that overthinking process. You know, if you keep overthinking are you just like reliving the same thing over and over again? And maybe what the answer is because of the Knight of Pentacles being methodical, be patient, but make your plan. Do your plan. You know, okay, I'm going to do this, 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 and then I'm going to get out of my hangman and I'm going to go with my plan. Wherever that plan leads you, it's supposed to lead you there. And that's what I get with the High Priestess. You're going to be in a place where you're supposed to be. And sometimes that can be hard because sometimes it's all about the lessons that we're learning. But that's the answers I'm getting here, Gemini. I think you're okay. I will tell you that there is some frustration going to happen, no doubt. But sometimes that frustration can be a good thing because we can end up leading in the right direction. So there you have it, Gemini. There is your personal growth reading. I hope it resonated. Please let me know if it did by hitting the like button or leave me any kind of comments. That is wonderful if you do. And have a beautiful day.